Hey guys, welcome back to the channel and welcome back to one I started over on my Medicine Creek save. I changed some things around and I decided, it didn't work right being everything was in there, so we started it over. I'm still a dairy farm, kind of a big one. Uh, but we'll get into more detail on that. We've got Betty in the gleaner there running the rest of this oats. And then, well, we'll show you the rest. I uh, I think I'm gonna catch up to her when she gets down here. Put a little more in here, and then we might have the combine filled. So, but anyhow, we went back to not having the shorthorn and stuff. Somehow I had an issue with that. So as I was working on things, I went, you know what, we're going to do things a little bit differently. And then I decided, you know what, we're just going to make new. So that's what happened. But anyhow, so we're going to run Holsteins on this one. We have the same fields per se. I own a couple triangle down there of the clover and grass. Alfalfa now is at the farm. I have the calf pen. I have the heifer barn. I've got the other barn, the freestall barn for the lactators. But one thing I did change is on the back side of my alfalfa field, I've got the beef feedlot barn. That is going to be for the dairy bulls that I have born. I am going to put them there, calves to older or whatever, and then I'm going to sell them once they're old enough or vice versa. So, um, that is the one thing. I do have chickens. I do have the greenhouses. I do have what I've had in the other one. I just also changed the barns I used. They came out the day before or that day and the day before. And I decided, you know what? I'm going to change some things. We're going to change to those. And then another one came out, so I decided to go with that. So when I take the oats back to the farm to put in my green bin, we'll take a tour of the farm and go from there. And I want to say for the most part, the the I shouldn't say the most part. The story plot with this one is I took over Grandpa's farm. The cows have all been fed. The cows are getting fed by neighbors that was helping Grandpa where the feed is at, and I am just getting them to where I need to be to take care of them myself. So, being that is full, we're going to just pull this up here and we're going to jump into the Volvo and go back to the farm. Now, that being said, I've got a pasture atop this farm on the back side that we're going to put the dry cows in. Uh, and the reason I'm selling the bulls or making that to sell the bulls is I'm going to do AI, and that's another reason why I went back to the in-game animal extension because the one I was using you had to use bulls. So we're going to AI. We're going to go that route. That's for better genetics and stuff for the farm. So the bulls will be sold from the feedlot and stuff like that. So, and when it comes to the dry cow lot, if I'm overstocked with heifers, they will go out there with the cows also. Right now, I think I got 100 lactators, but I can go up to maybe 500 in the pasture. 500 with that barn plus the pasture. So we're going to start with the 100 and go from there. I'm not going to buy any more, just because I'm wanting to try it that way. So I do have the other barns to hold stuff in. Um, I have a grain bin on the back side of the farm. I do not own it. I don't think I'm going to need to own it, but the driveway that goes back to it also has my feed lot. So it may come down to that eventually. So we'll see what happens. Let's turn in here. The truck and trailer's hooked up because we need to get a load of stones hauled in here. But as you can see, well, let's go back and unload first back here. And then when we come up, I'll park. You can see my feedlot way back there. I know that's a little further away than it should be, but you know, we we didn't want it near per se. So that's unload the wheat. I thought I was running oats. It's wheat first. Oats is second. Let's change this and put them right into a bin. So that's input into 7. No. Yes. Put both of them there into 7. And then let's unload. So as that wheat is unloading in there, because I don't know if we're going to keep the oats or not. If we do, we'll put it somewhere else. But as you can see, the pasture is back here behind the farm. I like that when I came to that. So they run there. There's an aisle here behind my hay barn, commodity shed, kitchen like thing. And this, they go into there to the barn. So a lot of farms are that way, and I liked it. I'm going to use this I got off of Itcho, and I don't remember who made it per se off top of my head. But I'm gonna put the round bells in here. Like this will probably be alfalfa, and then this would be the clover, and then I'll move the mixer and put grass in there. And then here's my 2 trucks I need. I need to put stones, finish putting the stones in here. That's why I need it. I'm gonna put silage in here when it comes to the corn and stuff. I don't know. I may also chop my oat fields, so that's a goal. I may just think about that one. So, and then I got my straw chopper. There's my flatbed trailer that I would use. I'm going to keep it there for now until I need it. So we'll get ready to go back. Betty should be done with that wheat as soon as possible, and you'll see another spot I got to put gravel in would be kind of level that off because that barn's not letting it shrink down. These 2 cattle things you see here, let me jump out. We'll leave that running. These 2 things I'm going to have to deliver over there to the pasture. Um, that's going to be the windbreak to help block the wind to the west, and then the heifers can go underneath that shade. So if we come in here to the barn, there's no one really in here right now. Now there's a couple, but they've ate some food. We definitely have some slurry, which we may use that to put on that wheat field we just spread, and go from there. So that's a plan. Now we got the millennial barns. They came out in Mod Hub this week, and that's why I decided to change. I decided on this one. It came out from LAC because it's going to be perfect to put pallets in. That's why I've got the NAA right there. So I'd have my vegetables, my fruit, whatever I'm growing in the greenhouse, and plus the seeds I need for growing. Now, I do have my garden part right here, which this is the mower. And then I got another John Deere for the loader with the pallet forks and to clean the snow off in the wintertime. This we're going to take in eventually and do some fixing. It needs a 3-point hitch put on the back. because, well, we got to test the soil. And that's sitting right there. It was delivered a couple of days ago. Now, see the tillage stuff, and there's the corn head. But this barn is, well, the equipment. And I got the tedder. We've got the Mikhail round beller, the F550. I need to get twine for it before we start round belling straw. So that's the other thing I got to do. And then the case planter, Great Plains drill, the Wilmar fertilizer spreader, and there's my sprayer. So that's all in here. Now the big barn that you see in front, which if you know any of Millennial Barns, this is the shop. Now, oh, and here's my transport for hay wagon. I did this here because it kind of looks nice and shady and stuff. Here's all my helps trucks that they're always parked right there. One of them forgot to shut the shop door, but here's the workhorse. It's my Massey Ferguson 4800. It's going to haul. It's only 200 horses or whatever, but it's definitely the workhorse. I've got this Massey for mowing. I'm going to try it. One thing that has happened, I couldn't. It was unlevel for this, so we're going to try it with different fields because maybe it's not as hilly and stuff. Maybe that's why. So we're going to be mowing down alfalfa. I don't know. I probably would do it off camera, but if I decide to record another thing this this weekend, I might be belling the alfalfa. I'm also toying with guys, and maybe you can help me with this. I'm thinking about going live different times. I don't know during the weekday, maybe during the day. I don't know. But I'm also thinking about using Twitch, but I need help setting it up on a computer. I got it on my phone, so I got to figure out how to set it up on a computer to be able to do that. I don't want to do. I may also do YouTube live. I don't know. Do it live on there. It'll record it, and you guys can see it later. So if I do any live, it could be during the week, during maybe say like Wednesday during the day, in the morning for an hour or so. Just leave a comment if that's something you would like me doing. Again, I do the Ico and Ellis stuff. There's my loader tractor, and I have got duals on the 200 because that also helps in the field. The 190 is the loader. So while we're in here, let's see if anyone's in the break room. I hate people that want to be lazy. Now I left my office door open. So yeah, I'm not up to 22 yet, so I do play 19 on my computer here, but the one in the house has 22. Just to let you know. So but yeah, uh well, let's turn off my light. I'm gonna shut my office doors. No reason anyone needs to be in my office. And yep, no one's been in their lockers, so no one came back here. But yeah, we're gonna take the rollers out of this when we do the alfalfa. I think. I don't know. I haven't thought that far in advance, but that's that's everything. Um, oh no, it's not. That's run over here on the other side of the dairy barn. Um, we don't need to come over here a whole lot, so that's why it's closer. I mean, the only time I do is to drop cow or put cows in there. But here's my beehives. Honey will spawn somewhere, probably in the driveway, but that's fine. But as you see, the chickens running around. The chicken coop I use doesn't really keep them there. I have like tomatoes, lettuce growing already. I got chickens that got into my greenhouse. My gosh. Um, what is this one? Strawberries, and then tomatoes again. And then here's the chicken coop. Eggs will spawn some around there. Now here's the Well, that works. The manure will spawn from even that barn. Oh, that's just great. I love that. One less thing I got to worry about cleaning out. Of course, this is the heifer barn right here, and that's where they'll be. So I definitely like that. Even though I've got a loader, I may have to do the calf pen, but at least the two bigger ones, it will not. And all I gotta do is just go there and load it on manure spreader. Um, that's good. I've got an old international manure spreader, but hey, well, I better feed the dog. Zia, that's the dog's name, or well, that's what it says. We'll decide if we need to call it something else. But there she runs to get the food. But yeah, after a little bit, we're gonna later day we're gonna get a load of gravel. We're gonna dump it back there by the commodity shed and that grass next to the pasture, and then I can use the loaders. Got to do some work here at the end of the driveway. Going in's a lot easier than going out. It's a little bumpy, so we need we need the gravel to fix things. So, but yeah, I liked the response I got with everyone when I did the farm build I have there. But this one, I think I'm going to call it the Mega Dairy. Um, I've got it set up now like I want it with the barns and the shop all in one. The office, the house. Uh, the way it's set up, it's going to be easy to get around. I tried some things that didn't work too well, and that was the problem. I had to switch. So, but as I said, we own the same fields. I may think about leasing fields eventually, but I just want to get through this year first. Uh, it's I think I still need to get a chopper. I don't know if I've got a chopper. We might be pulling a loan out faster than I would like because I may have to go buy a chopper. I don't remember if I got one or not. Ah, she parked it all the way out there. But all right, guys. B and I got to run out here to the combine and get it. Um, and then we got to get Twine to bell this, and it may not get belled right away. Um, I want to say thanks for watching. Thanks to all the new. I want to also kind of apologize for redoing maps after they get going. Um, I tend to change things. I need to start taking my time making them. But thanks, guys, for those of you that's hung around as long as you have. Thanks for watching me grow. Thanks to a lot of those that have commented on some of my videos and given me some words of encouragement and stuff, and I appreciate that. I try my best to do good content. I try my best to do realistic as much as you can for being in a game, and sometimes it just doesn't come that way. But I think I'm also going to have to get a header trailer because the tracks down here are a little interesting when you have almost a 30-foot grain head in front of you. So, but hey, thanks for watching. I know it might have been a little bit short. We might have started doing some things, but I said, leave me some comments. Let me know if you would watch the Twitch, or do you want me to do it on YouTube where it's easier and you can see it. So either way, I may play with that next week. I may play with it a little bit this week. I don't know. I may run a live one, sometime this weekend when I have the time. A lot of times it's early morning, or like I have now in between. See what I mean? It hits that. I gotta swing it, and swing it. So I think the next purchase we're going to make for the farm, and well, okay, if I got to pull a loan, the next two purchases will be a silage chopper and a header cart. So the corn one would be good, but this bean one is a little tight. So anyhow, I'm thinking serious about chopping oats for silage. I have that field, at least starting it that way, and then finishing it once it ripens. But hey, we'll see what the next video brings. There might be alfalfa on the ground. Then again, there might be oats fermenting for silage. We'll never know. So thanks for watching, guys. Have a great weekend. It's Friday.